What's up, everybody? New pod, who dis, episode 15. I'm Jake.
I'm Jackie.
I'm Joey.
And I'm Steven.
Woo, and I am still hungover from Christmas. I don't know about you guys. That was a heck of a live show we put on.
I mean, I have a food hangover, and I don't think it'll end till 2018. So stuffed.
It really doesn't. Like from Christmas to like New Year's, even after New Year's Day, it's still like a couple weeks into January. You're really just eating.
Dude, it was this time last year that I just remember being uncomfortably full just from my neck down to my...
Just every part of you was just like, I'm full.
Just bloated and terrible. It was just uncomfortable.
Because you got the good Christmas sweets, you know?
How many cookies did you eat?
This year?
Yeah.
I was pretty good this year. I probably had a handful. So like 6 a day.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, what a liar.
I think I had a total of like 6 the entire month.
Wow.
My wife and I didn't make Christmas cookies this year, so that really helped because when that happens, it's just like fair game. You know, couple cookies. What's a little more? You know, it's cold outside. And
Warm the belly with a little sugar.
That's why you can't put anything on bowls. Just like little like M&Ms and bowls.
What?
Oh, yeah.
That's talking about like when people leave like
That's
little
the
snacks
worst.
in bowls.
This is why bowls suck.
Yeah.
Well, no, that happened. That happened to us. It was bread. There was just spinach and artichoke dip and a baguette, which we brought and cut up extra bread in Ziploc bags. But it's just there, and I'm just gonna have.
You can't stop. That's what I'm saying.
Can't stop, won't stop. So I need like a bowl with a lid. Is that maybe if I have to open and close the lid, does that cycle?
No,
psych me
you
out?
just need to
Don't,
put it away.
Yeah, just don't have the bread in the house.
Or more self-control, maybe.
Yeah.
You're going to end up like my stepfather, who is now addicted to M&Ms because my mom started the M&M bowl like months ago. And
so
now
good.
he goes through bags and bags of M&Ms.
Dude, you know what would be a savage mood? Just dump some Skittles in there.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That'll stop. That'll keep them guessing.
That's
That'll
actually
ruin
a
his day.
What do you
brilliant
think,
idea.
Marco? What do you think about that, buddy?
He's probably cringing right now.
Well, now he knows.
Just
Never mind.
you just gotta put one in there and just
Ooh.
wait.
Just the grenade. Pull the pin. Leave it in there.
You take all the yellow M&Ms out, replace them with all yellow Skittles. Actually, that wouldn't be bad.
Honestly, that sounds like a really delicious bowl
Yeah,
of
lemon and
treats
chocolate.
to
What would
me.
that taste like?
Delicious. Just be
Terrible.
really sweet and really chocolate.
It's probably the most amazing thing in the world, and that's why we're just gonna be all sad that we've
I don't
never
hate
experienced
it.
it.
I don't hate it.
Well, speaking of bowls, don't forget us to follow us on Instagram at NewPodWhoDis, on Twitter at NewPod_Whodis, on Facebook at NewPodWhoDis. Google us on the YouTubes, and check us out on newpodwhodis.com/merch. We still have a few shirts left because most of them are gone. They were pretty good Christmas presents.
Hot commodities.
I mean, a New Year's Day present. That's a thing, right?
Any day can be a present.
Isn't that called the Epiphany? It's like when the
An epiphany.
wise men they didn't come on Jesus' birthday. They came like a week later. Did I make that up?
Are you talking about Easter?
Sure.
When he rises from... I don't
No.
know.
Oh, man. We've gotten too far.
Hey, so I just want to follow up real quick. We did a spot on our first jobs, and we did an Instagram post asking you guys to let us know yours. And just want to read off a couple of the most interesting ones. At Mad2Me was a baker, insert baker emoji, and she made lots of pies and bagels and bread, and it was heaven.
That's Maddie Toomey, and she's been dying for a shout out. So you're welcome, Maddie.
Oh, is that
Toomey.
Maddie?
That is. It's
Oh,
Maddie
what's
Toomey.
up, Maddie?
How is there not a baker emoji?
No, there is a baker emoji.
Oh,
Oh no, I read it as insert, but it was I was just inserting it into my.
I thought you were trying to help her out. I thought she was trying to help us out, better visualize her baking. But okay,
Okay.
I'm glad there's a baker emoji. I was concerned.
And then another really eye grasping one here was Molly Michelle 66 was a corn detasseler, and then she follows up by saying it's a high school rural Midwest thing. Do you guys know what a corn detasseler is?
No.
No.
Like if we had to break it down, you got a piece of corn.
Right, and then
And
the
like-
tassel.
I don't know what that is.
So the tassel.
I'm assuming like you have like isn't it like when you graduated high school, didn't you have like, or you college,
Yes.
like a
Yeah, it's a
tassel on top
tassel.
of your hat?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like
But it's like
stringy
the corn husk part.
It's
Yeah.
that like the hairy part that's
Yeah.
like
that no one
protruding.
wants.
Yeah, like get out of here.
Yeah, just like It's so hard to clean up.
I feel like I've had to detassel my own corn before, so I would have benefited from a corn detasseler at the farm at which I purchased the said corn.
I'm
But
hoping.
doesn't all corn come with that? So, like, what is her job?
To take that part off for highbrow Whole Foods.
Well,
corn.
when you cook corn, you have to shuck it.
shuck,
Yeah,
she's
I
not
always
a
shucked
shucker.
No, but I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
whenever you buy corn, it always comes in the husk.
Right.
I assume tassel on. So I guess I'm still confused about what
Okay.
the tassel is.
So detasseling corn is removing the pollen-producing flowers. The tassel, it's like that part that's
Stringy, right?
no, it's the top of the corn. It's like the
the brown part?
the part that's kind of like
that
sticking
grows
up.
out of the
that grows out of the
corn.
top.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
I was wrong.
yeah, I mean no, it could have been anyone's guess.
Yeah.
So apparently you can do machine detasseling or manual detasseling.
Yeah.
And detasseling work is usually performed by teens. As such, it serves as a typical rite of passage in rural areas of the Corn Belt of the Midwestern United States.
So shout out to Molly out in the rural Midwest.
Doing that hard work.
Thanks for doing your service.
Our corn thanks you.
I don't think I ever got to experience any of your detasseled corn, but
You never know.
maybe
You
I
might
have.
have.
Somewhere in the supply chain. It's maybe
possible.
canned corn. Who knows where that stuff
High
comes from.
fructose corn syrup. That's in everything.
You may have had that corn. I learned a fact I learned recently was that the
On your fact app?
No, it was not on the fact app.
Okay.
That app has started to give me the same facts now, so I'm not as happy with that.
Time to dump
Boo
See a
app.
fact app.
Yeah, seriously. But I learned that the likelihood of you drinking the milk from the same cow by buying grocery milk at the grocery store, it's actually pretty high that you've actually had milk from the same cow more than once.
Really?
Yeah.
So the milk to cow ratio is low on the cow side.
No,
They're high producing.
It's just where the milk comes from, and then how the milk gets mixed together and stuff.
Well, I guess if you're making milk in California, you're not shipping it to New York, right? So it's going to be local dairy farms that you're usually getting. Your...
I'm really hoping.
Yeah. I also
One would
hope,
hope.
that my milk doesn't travel that far. Milk can't travel. Milk doesn't travel. Cows everywhere.
it's got to travel a little bit.
Cows everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. So how about have you guys seen how I'm using air quotes organic milk is hyper ultra pasteurized and lasts about 2 to 3 weeks longer than just your carton of milk from the local dairy?
And
Wait, why?
costs how much more?
100% more for the milk.
Wouldn't it be the other way around?
That's what I thought.
Is it because they're not using the antibiotics in the organic milk, so
Yeah.
they hyper pasteurize it just to be sure?
Yeah, but then they just sell they sell the sick cows to the normal farms. So I mean, that's my beef with the dairy industry. So organic is not using any type of antibiotics,
Switch
right?
to almond milk.
But if they
Yeah.
but if they get sick, they just sell them to the regular dairy.
No, and it's so sad. Now I'm thinking
on.
about my poor cow out there who's he's trying to enjoy the fields, and it's sad.
You can
very
join
sad.
me in the dairy-free life. We always are taking more
You know what?
disciples.
I've heard that
You don't eat cheese?
I try not to.
Oh, God, that's the worst
My
life.
mom made this awesome Philly cheesesteak dip over the holidays that I had to have a little bit of.
Whoa, time
Yeah.
out. Philly cheesesteak dip.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
what was
I don't
in it?
like Philly cheesesteaks, but I want to try that dip to see if I can
It was
Get a
onions and peppers sauteed with steak chopped up, and then a whole bunch of provolone and a little bit of mozzarella. I believe.
Yo.
and it was a dip.
Oh, it was a dip. It was good.
Could be into that.
Yeah.
Because when I had a Philly cheesesteak, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't
Where'd you have a Philly
Yeah, where?
cheesesteak from?
in Philadelphia.
Yeah, but
From
where?
where?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna get into this right
I don't know
now.
what the name of the place was.
What do you mean you don't know what the
I think
name
it was
of
one of
place
the popular ones.
Yeah, see,
Gino's?
that
Well, there's your
Pat's?
first part. Was it Geno's or Pat's?
Did you whiz with?
I don't think. No, definitely did not do any whiz.
Was it the
Oh, I'm
fancy
scared of
one
that
or
whiz
the
stuff.
non-fancy one? The flashy or the
It seemed kind of like a dive bar, but only did
They're all
cheesesteaks.
divey.
I don't know, man. I'm just sorry I brought it up.
yeah.
Clearly, I did not. I didn't grow up in the same area as you guys where you had that much
Oh,
accessibility.
you mean north
to
of the Mason-Dixon line?
Yes,
Yeah.
highly contested line.
Ridiculous.
Anyways,
Oh, boy.
did you guys see?
Yeah, go to Pat's. Sorry.
Okay, Team Pats. I mean, I would love to take me, but I have to get it without the bread, so that's probably a no go. They'll probably just look at me like
We'll
"What are
take you and
talking about?"
record your actual response to the cheesesteaks.
Yeah, and if you ordered a cheesesteak from Pat's without the bread, they'd probably ask you to leave.
I know.
Yeah.
They probably like.
They throw it at you.
Yeah. As long as they just
Take
throw
a
it towards my
hike.
face, I'll try and take a bite.
Back of
as
the
it's
line.
coming
Rethink that one for you.
Yeah. Anyway.
you guys, are you guys big award season watchers for movies and television?
Yes.
Nah, it conflicts with football.
What? The Oscars are way after football.
It's like way at
Not
night.
when your team's in the playoffs.
Oh,
Still after football. They're in February.
Whatever. I just want to get it
Yeah,
taken.
I know you did.
what's coming up next?
Well, Golden Globes are coming up next.
Yeah.
So we have begun. My fiance and I have begun to see the list and what movies we haven't watched yet. Because every year we try and see them all.
Yeah.
We never complete that goal, but we try to. And then I love, even though award shows are like really drawn out and they're usually they're usually a little boring. I always love watching them. I think it's probably just because I was a film major and it's like something that's like stuck with me.
But the Golden Globes is also just really fun.
Yeah, I mean it's
Everyone's just drunk.
yeah.
Because it's not as serious. I feel like as
Yeah.
the Oscars.
And it's movies and TV.
Yeah, good mix of everything.
So what makes the difference between the different awards? Is it just like the organization?
Well,
'Cause
they're
you have
all-
like the Screen Actors Guild Awards.
Yeah, so like every award show has like different criteria, and then like you have there's like different ways that it's voted on. So right, like so some of them are voted on by it's like all you have to be part of certain organizations to like.
What's the
put
one
in
that's
a vote.
the peers? Is that the?
That's the Screen
Screen
Actors
Actors
Guild.
Guild?
But I don't actually know or care. I just haven't seen anything that's... my sister and I went to go see a movie last Saturday, and it was Pitch Perfect 3. So
How was that?
Don't see that on
It
the
was
list.
really good.
I couldn't believe that they did a third one of those because I just didn't know like where are you going to go next with it.
They're all the same. But it was good. But I do want to see like most of the... I want to see I, Tanya. I want to see Lady Bird. I want to see Post or The Post or whatever. 3 Billboards in blah, blah, Missouri. I want to see them
Outside
all.
Epping, Missouri.
I'm
Yeah.
excited for Dunkirk. I'm always a big World War II fan. I love to see the different interpretations, and it's Christopher Nolan and Hans Zimmer. So
Yeah, I still haven't seen that. That was a really big release when we
I just
were.
saw that pop up on iTunes. So that's going to be getting downloaded.
Did A Christmas
shortly.
Prince not make it into the
Christmas Prince didn't make
nominations?
Not enough of a crowd for that one, I guess.
That's a bummer.
Maybe next year. I mean, I think Hallmark should have its own awards ceremony where they just give out
The Hallmark Channel Awards.
Yeah, and everybody gets an award. It's kind of like kids in middle school where like every single movie has to get a trophy because they tried.
I feel like Netflix should give awards out to the people that they start calling out
feel
on
like that's-
Twitter.
I feel like that's coming. The Netflix Awards.
Yeah.
Or yeah, that would be
Very
Was
But
it
they-
just going to be
no, but they
Netflix giving
get-
themselves their own awards?
Yeah,
No, but Netflix gets nominated for
that's true. That's true.
Golden Globes or Emmys, I
Emmys?
believe.
Yeah, I mean,
Emmys.
in the past
Yeah,
couple of
TV
years,
shows.
all of like even Hulu, Netflix, they've all been like kind of like getting like awarded now, and it's kind of a big change in the industry because they're not the big name players who've been doing it for years. It's like, oh, these like basically internet release only companies are now taking a lot of viewership.
Yeah.
Well, I remember at the beginning of the Netflix original and the Hulu original, I was super skeptical because in my mind, okay, these are probably going to be lower budget films. I've never heard of some of this stuff, and I remember the first one that I watched. I don't remember what it was, but really I think it was House of Cards, and just really being blown away. It's like, oh, wow, like this is actually well produced, and there's famous people in these, so I'm on board. And then just been pumping out the hits ever since.
That's why they have so much money, but are also in so much debt because you got to acquire as much as you can. That's good quality. That's why there's so much of it.
Did I tell you guys about this show that I watched on Amazon Prime called The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
Okay. I don't know if you mentioned it, but actually, I think you might have.
We might have talked outside
Yeah.
of the pod.
It's on our queue to start because apparently it's really, really good.
It's so good.
And I didn't realize it's the girl that was in
No.
House of Cards.
Oh,
And like for like that in the beginning, isn't it the girl
Oh.
that played the she was the not stripper, but
I don't know.
the other type of hired.
I thought you were
girl.
going to say the girl from Orange is the New Black.
Oh, no,
'cause she
no.
kind of looks like
Oh, does she?
the crazy one. But no, it's so good and everybody should watch it.
Have you watched the whole thing?
Yeah. I was like obsessed with it in the first 3 seconds of the show. It's really
Yeah, I'm looking forward to starting it. I just canceled my Netflix account because
What?
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Well, because
it's like reverse millennial.
I know, right? So it's actually really funny. So my brother, we just moved into a new place, and my brother's living in the other bedroom. And so we were talking about like, okay, we have the Apple TV hooked up to the TV in the living room. It's like, okay, which Netflix account are we going to use? It's like, oh, well, we both don't need a Netflix account.
No.
Why pay twice for one household, right?
Yeah.
Which is obvious. But then the most millennial thing happened where we both kind of almost argued about who was going to get rid of their Netflix. It was like, oh no, I want to keep mine. Everything I've watched, my watch list is all set up. He's like, yeah, it's all set up on mine too.
Too bad there's not like a digital Netflix SIM card that you could just like export your profile into somebody else's account.
Ooh.
Well, you can open up a new one.
Yeah, well, so what we did was,
That is such
you can have like
such a good debate,
right?
Steven. Oh my gosh.
My thing was like, I don't want to we have like 20 something things on my list right now.
Yeah,
Like,
I got years and years of cookies and caches of telling me what I like.
yeah,
So
I'm set,
come on.
man. My recommendations are set. Like, I'm good. But then I eventually was like, all right, well, we'll use yours because you can have the different profiles. And so we had been using this one because my parents use it at their place. So when we've been at their place, we just use like the other profile. So we just had him change other to Stephen and Beth.
Did
And
you
then I
ask
just copied.
Netflix if they could export your data to be like, hey?
I don't know, man. I was on the couch and I had like 5 minutes.
Nope.
I did.
Absolutely.
What I did was I just like logged in and just like, it actually gave me a chance to like go through the list because I don't know about you guys, but I throw stuff in like watch lists all the time.
No, I don't.
And it just like goes into
I
an
didn't
abyss.
even know that existed.
I just learned out Google Calendar was a thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's okay.
a couple years ago.
You're trying though.
So I'm definitely not caching my my watch list. But did you guys see Lauren Michaels clearly is a big fan of the podcast because they had an SNL skit about
Yeah.
the Hallmark.
I think he's
Christmas
just a big
movies.
fan of me. It is what it is. But yeah, they basically took all of my words and put it into a video. It was frightening.
Quick turnaround.
And also amazing.
What was the
I
quote?
felt really validated.
It's quantity over quality, and we're just pumping these things in your face.
But they hit all the important points. It's the girl from that thing you saw 10 years ago, and the guy who is also a prince, and oh god,
The same pavilion scene in all 3 movies.
Yeah, and the guy you fall in love with is also Santa in like 20 years from now. Like all of that. It's exactly what I watch.
All those hidden Easter eggs.
But so they've expanded. There's now a Hallmark New Year's movie coming out. So you can watch Hallmark into 2018 if you want.
Dude, Hallmark's
Whoa.
just gonna start. It's just the feel good channel.
Is that your
It's
2018
slogan.
resolution, Jackie?
Yeah,
Is to
watch more Hallmark. Absolutely. 100%. I stand by that.
Speaking of resolutions, have you guys kept up your resolutions for 2017?
No.
No. What was your big plan for Jackie in 2017?
I don't remember, but I know I didn't do it. It was probably like lose 1 million pounds and like just be a better person. But here we are.
2017 was actually a big year for me. I kept all my resolutions. Kicked ass.
Like what, Joey?
So I started off January 1st, and I said, I'm going to take a 30-day social media binge. So I completed a 30-day binge, or not binge. Opposite of binge.
Yeah, I was like, you mean normal life?
Yeah. No, my normal life was binging. 30-day cleanse, yes, a social media cleanse. So I stopped going on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, anything. And so to date, I haven't really gone on Facebook that much after that. Like, it was really awesome.
Nice.
But I also got a new job, and, that was awesome. That was part of my 2017 resolutions. And, I pretty much nailed
Joey
it
crushed 2017.
all. So, hoping it carries more into 2018 as well. What about you, Steven?
I can't remember like exactly what goals I had, but I'm like, it was a solid year. Finished a master's degree as you do, and then just stayed alive.
Minor goal.
Yeah.
Stay alive. That's usually a good resolution.
Yeah, I wanted to run a lot more this year. For those of you who listen to the podcast who don't know, I love to run more than I probably should out of the group of friends that I'm with at the table.
Yeah.
They all hate me, I think, for my activities.
No,
No,
Joey
absolutely
runs.
not.
I run, Joey. Yeah.
We've run together.
I've
I
asked,
know.
I've asked,
Jackie and I
Joey.
don't.
I've asked Jackie to
Just
run.
Joey?
Jackie's like, no,
I don't do that.
No, actually, so I ran a lot this year. I was really stoked about that. But I mean, New Year's resolutions for me is just like I try to pick things that I know I can do, so that way you just feel good about it.
Do you have hard numbers on the running?
Yeah, I ran 154 hours, 1,193.4 miles.
Damn.
Man.
What's that come out to a day?
I did 215 activities, so I ran probably like 200 days out of the year.
Wow.
But I don't know, like that was 165 days.
Are you going to try and run more next year?
Yeah, I want to try and run 2,000 miles this year. So that's one of my New Year's resolutions.
That's a good goal.
Is to run 2,000 miles.
That's so many miles.
Also,
Same.
cycle more.
Man, yeah. So for 2017, do you guys remember when I said last 2016 I was filled with Christmas food for a week?
Mm-hmm.
So on New Year's Eve, I actually it wasn't. I think it was New Year's Day hangover when I stepped on the scale and it just kind of laughed at me.
It made like it just,
It's like, dude, yeah,
Just the
dude,
laughing
what are you
emoji.
even doing here? So I kind of looked at that and I was like, all right, this isn't going to get any better by itself. So I decided not to put any hard numbers or anything, but just to do better being healthy so that I do stay alive for 2017 and 2018 and 2019 and so on. And it worked out really well. I've worked out an average of 26 minutes a day, according to my health app,
Props.
which is pretty sweet.
Nice.
looking very svelte.
Yeah, lost 40 pounds.
Damn,
you.
That's
Steffi.
insane, man.
2017, Steve and I just air pounded. Yeah.
Fist bumped. Air pounded.
Air
yeah.
pounded? Yeah.
Air bump, fist bump. Yeah, it's a thing.
Hey, my 2017 is to name more
Hand motions.
hand motions. To call things the wrong thing more often.
You're nailing it.
It's a tangible goal.
You can definitely meet that one.
Did you guys ever have to like make resolutions in school or anything?
Yeah, I remember
Like,
growing up,
Yeah.
it was always like really stupid stuff like become a superhero or something like ridiculous.
Yeah.
like I'm trying to think of what I wanted to do as a child, but I can't really put my. It was just kind of like, oh, get more stuff, not like be better. I was a very materialistic child for sure, and I think one of those was definitely, my band was gonna make it at one point.
Yeah.
It's not really a resolution. That's
more
just
like
like
wishes.
hopes and
Hopes and
dreams.
In 2009, my band will make it.
This is the year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is it.
2010 rolls around. My band will make it.
But not like write better songs or focus on
No.
recording or getting better at my instrument. Just like making it.
You were just
No.
really.
People are going to realize.
You just knew that this was what was going to happen for you.
The Huffington Post put out an article today, actually, and it's 6 most common New Year's resolutions. Number 1 is to lose weight, which
Yeah.
makes sense. Like everyone, especially after the holidays, you're thinking I got to be healthier this next year.
Yeah.
So that one makes sense, but I just don't think people that's a hard one because that's like a lifestyle change. And I feel like people don't.
Well, I feel like
do
it's
it long
easy to
enough?
lose a little bit of weight because you stop eating like a whole oven rack full of cookies every week, and then you lose a little bit.
Yeah, that was like what I did.
Stop eating an oven rack full of
I stopped
cookies.
He ate
3 dozen-
half a
Yeah.
oven rack instead of the full oven rack.
No, Jackie, you're 100% right because as part of my health mind, instead of eating a foot-long Wawa sub, I ate a 6-inch Wawa sub, diet sub, half the calories.
Boom.
I mean, that counts.
Just small steps, baby
Yeah.
steps.
Isn't it after the New Year's gym memberships increase?
Oh, it's so
No,
bad.
they're that's when I bought mine 6 years ago because they're like January is free, get in now, and I'm like okay, and then February comes and you still have to pay, so it's kind of BS.
Wait, this isn't just always free?
That's how they get you. It's
That's exactly
come
right.
in, do your New Year's resolution. Oh, and you can't cancel.
It's also really funny to see how many people are at the gym. When I go next week, how many people will be there. Then I'm like, you weren't here last Thursday at this time. You just came because it's your resolution, and this is week one.
You can spot them all fresh gym clothes.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's such crap.
And then they're good, but they'll be gone in a couple of weeks.
Are you still going to go while they're there?
Yeah, I mean, because I still go to the gym.
Yeah. She's a year rounder.
Yeah,
No,
they
yeah.
just go. They just heavy on January. First week of January. And I'll give them through the whole month of January that free membership, and then
That's how
it
you know.
plummets.
That's how you know who the good people are going to be for the rest of the year. It's like, oh man, that person stuck it through the whole month. They're still here.
Yeah.
It's June, and that person's still on it.
Yeah, and you still see that person in March, and you do the half smile.
No, I don't engage at the gym. No,
Hi.
No new friends.
Good jousting.
no new friends.
Jousting in the hallway.
No, jousting at the gym is very dangerous.
On the Huffington Post list, number 2 was get organized.
That's a good one.
I actually took steps towards that today in my office
By opening up Google Cal.
by opening up Google Calendar and saying when I was going to start work every day. No, but I really did declutter my office because I didn't want to start after the new year, and this week's kind of a lull as far as people's expectation of. Not a lot of people.
Yeah, no one's doing anything.
No
this week.
productivity.
So I was like, cool, this is the perfect time for me to actually make, because my work is a little archaic sometimes. I actually have a filing cabinet.
What?
So I have files.
You print stuff?
Do you do
That's So
faxes?
bad for
Lot.
the
I
environment.
don't do faxes anymore. Yeah, but I have to print stuff all the time.
I faxed.
Super.
I wouldn't know how
one
to use a
thing.
fax machine.
I did it one time, and I had I literally had they had directions printed up on the thing, and I literally had to like. Okay, number 1,
No.
do this, and number 2, it was a pain.
I wouldn't even know where to find the fax machine.
I had to
wouldn't-
seek out the person that I thought was old enough to actually know how to use it. And that was kind of awkward. I'm like, you've used a fax machine, right? I'm like,
Hey,
why
fax
do you think
machines, right?
that? And I'm like, I
I
don't
hate
know.
fax machines.
You got like 3 kids?
My parents always had a fax machine. I know how to use them, but I feel like now they're much more high tech, and I really don't know also who needs me to fax.
Like, do you
them
have an
something.
email? I can literally take a picture with my phone,
Yeah.
make it a PDF, and email it to you
Yeah.
immediately.
It doesn't make any sense. Faxing.
I don't know.
We derailed pretty quickly there.
Steven, you could probably give organizational, courses to people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my Google, and for all the listeners out there, if you need help with your Google Calendar or organizing something with your significant other or friends, hit me up. I'm available for hire. I will turn your Google Calendar into
a rainbow. Of delight.
Oh, it's just
You'll literally have everything
it'll
scheduled.
be a rainbow because there'll be so many colors on your calendar. It's amazing.
Oh, man.
Number 3 on this list is learn to say no.
That's actually really important. I don't know how to say no sometimes. All the time. I'm really bad at saying no.
Yeah, me too.
Well, it's tough because you want to be a people pleaser, right? You never want to let someone down, but just because you say no doesn't mean you're letting someone down. And that person might not even feel like that because the thing that person might be asking you is
Yeah.
to lighten their load of whatever they got going on. So if you say no, you're not letting them down. You're just not.
But there's like two
Letting them
sides.
out.
Yes, there's the I don't want to let someone down, especially people that really need it. But then there's the other side of I say yes sometimes, knowing full well that person will never reciprocate in the future. Then when it gets to that point where I'm like, I actually really need you to help me out, they say no. And I'm like, God damn it.
Wait, I
I
said
knew
yes.
this was going to happen. So yeah, no, it's rough.
Well, and you fall into a trap that way too because you always hope for the best in people, but 9 times out of 10, unfortunately, people are takers and not givers.
Or that's just their resolution that year is just to say no more often.
Yeah.
This Huffington Post, I blame them.
I had a similar situation where a good friend asked me to do some work for him. And, he's a good friend. I've known him for years. And I really struggled with it because I knew I didn't have the time. I'm doing the podcast. I've got a full-time job. I'm like, this really isn't going to work. But you feel compelled because they're your friend. So I ended up saying no in the end. And he was like, oh, no, it's totally cool, man. So you think the worst is going to happen. Like, oh, you're not going to be my friend anymore. They're going to say something terrible. But it's usually fine if you advocate
That's
for
just
yourself.
human nature to jump to that conclusion. If I don't say yes to you right now, it's over. We think in such finite thoughts sometimes. It's an ultimatum. It's either yes or it's get out of my life forever. But it's not. That's not true.
Yeah, it's like I feel like if you're upfront with people as much as possible at the get-go, which is really hard to do, but if you're completely honest with people, just say, look, this is my situation.
Yeah.
And I just getting it out there, then you actually don't have as much anxiety because you're like, okay, all my cards are on the table.
Mm-hmm.
People know where I'm at, so it's cool. And I need to be better at that because that's one of my problems is just going to someone and being like, Jackie, this is a situation. I just need to this is what we need to do or something like that. Or I'm in this situation and I just don't do it enough.
Well, think of this analogy. So if you have everything that you want to have accomplished, right? You're staring at a wall, and everything that you need to have done and that's
vision
important
board.
to you is a vision board on a wall, right? And then you have a piece of paper in front of you, and that piece of paper represents saying yes to everything. So if you bring that paper really close to your face, can you see your wall of shit you need to get done?
No.
Can't see
because
anything.
you're saying yes to everybody. But you can put that piece of paper down, right? And you still have the piece of paper. You're not saying no to everything, but maybe you're not saying yes as much as you used to.
Maybe you just hold it out a little bit.
Did you learn this in your meditation
But
app this morning?
Yeah.
You
don't. But if
Yeah.
you're pushing that piece of paper real far, like, oh, I'm trying to fight saying yes to everybody, then that's going to hurt too. So it's just kind of finding that balance of yes and no.
I mean, that's a great.
So just say maybe to everybody.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Yeah, and then they'll be so annoyed. They'll be like, oh my God, just whatever. I'll get someone else to do it.
Yeah, when
Maybe I
they
can.
come to follow up, just ghost them. And you can do that too.
Maybe I can't.
I try to invite Jake everywhere, but he's got this piece of paper in front of his face. It's really
We
weird.
repeatedly asked him to stop carrying around that piece of paper. What's number 4?
Number 4 is travel more.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I feel like that's one that is always
You
on
reading
my
my
list.
resolution, Steven?
Are you reading Tinder profiles?
Oof.
Wanderlust.
Yeah, no, but like that's a Wanderlust. Oh,
I want to describe myself as wanderlust more this year.
you do that.
And you're going to lose about 1 million friends.
No, Jackie. No.
Change your LinkedIn profile and just say Wanderlust.
Oh, God.
Actually, it says professionally awesome right now.
Well, that might not be too much worse.
Wonderful.
What? I'm trying to think of like my favorite things from 2017, and I just like black out.
Coming up empty.
It's like, wait, what happened? Most of the things that happened are topics we wouldn't discuss on the podcast.
Well, this pod happened in 2018.
Yeah.
That is definitely my superlative for the year. Is starting West 11th Media, a new pod who dis with you lovely people.
Yeah. I'm lovely.
Yes.
I'm lovely to be around. No, it's true. I mean, that's definitely.
I said yes to this, Jake.
Highlight of 2017. And all of you wonderful people listening to us, thank you very much.
Yeah, we really appreciate all the support from you guys. You know, we get tons of texts, emails, Instagrams, DMs that are being slid into. Ooh, that's another thing. That's my resolution for all of our listeners out there. Slide into our DMs. If you've ever thought about doing it and been hesitant, don't be.
Yeah, just do it.
We respond very quickly.
Yeah.
We won't
true.
ghost you.
All right.
Not today.
Speaking of
we
ghosting.
we can look at the top Google searches.
Ooh, that's a nice
For
transition into
2017.
Google. What? Google what? Tight.
I'm going to crack a LaCroix for this.
Oh, God. Oh, I hate that.
Oh, my New Year's resolution is to crack more LaCroix.
Oh, that's mine.
All right, what are the top searches?
Number 1 was Hurricane Irma.
All right, that's fair.
Interesting.
And sad, I guess.
Yeah. These
Actually, looking through a bunch of the searches on this. So this is from the Google Trends site. The year in search 2017. A lot of them are really sad.
Yeah, seriously.
Also, like
There's a lot of tragedy this
I'm
year.
sad that there's not as many people. Like Meghan Markle was like one of the top people searched. It's like I knew who she was.
Yeah, but
yeah, but
I know
think
who she
people
is.
want to know more.
I know, but
I don't-
You
who
should
is
already know. She dude. She
She's
played
that girl from that thing.
She's from.
right?
She played
She's
the girl in
marrying
Suits.
Prince Harry.
No, I get that.
Oh.
But like
She was also in Suits,
Yeah,
and she was
love that
in,
show.
I'm pretty sure, a Hallmark movie. So, suck on that.
see, I thought she was the singer.
But she's
Meghan
also
Trainor.
become an advocate for...
No, that's Megan.
She's become an advocate for violence against women, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, when you're like moving,
Advocate against
when you're
violence.
Yes.
when you're marrying royalty, you like your platform for whatever you want to do just like quadruples.
Yeah. She does. I mean, she went from semi-privacy to absolutely no privacy. Yeah. But whatever. So
Unicorn. Sorry.
The top searches were Hurricane Irma, Matt Lauer, that bastard, Tom Petty, the Super Bowl, which I think is kind of weird. It just says Super Bowl. What about the Super Bowl? And
When
number
is it?
5 is Las Vegas shooting, which is terrible.
Very sad.
But a lot of the people who were searched were all recent sex offenders. So
Well, let's go to the top how-tos. The top how-to was how to make slime, which I didn't really get. Like that was a whole thing, right?
Like Nickelodeon slime?
No, I think it was a whole thing that we're just not privy to. I think it was like a kid's toy, right? Nobody
well,
knows.
slime is like
Slime was
just a
from Nickelodeon.
Yeah, that's yak.
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 Well, here, let me click this.
Yak.
Okay.
No, it's literally the slime from Nickelodeon.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
The second thing is how to make solar eclipse glasses, which that's
That was a thing.
totally fair.
That was a thing that happened.
My favorite picture of 2017 was Donald Trump looking up at the solar eclipse without glasses on.
Yeah.
that
that's
was
a good one.
made for the best
It's a good one.
memes
It's
ever.
a good,
Followed up by how to make your solar eclipse glasses is how to watch the solar eclipse.
right, with said glasses that you Googled earlier. How to watch Mayweather versus McGregor
For free.
for free, right? And then how to buy Bitcoin. Ugh.
They should just listen to which episode of New Pod Who Dis was that?
Yeah, if you guys want to know how to mine
Mine
Bitcoin,
Bitcoin,
I think 13,
13
12
or
or
12.
13.
Yeah, one of those.
I give an in-depth guide, so make sure you check that out. Shout out to Blake Weber for that video.
I love how they have like a recipes list. Beef stroganoff was the top rated or the top searched recipe.
That's interesting.
Beef stroganoff's an unsung hero of the culinary world.
Apple crisp is number 2. Number 3, corn casserole. That's topical.
Oh, is that detasseled corn?
I hope so.
I hope so.
Can you reuse tassels?
I don't want tassels in my corn.
Can you retassel
it's
corn?
corn casserole.
Can you repurpose
Wait.
tassels?
Steven.
I also really like that they do this in Spanish. That's kind of interesting. So I guess these are the searches for the Spanish browsers. But the second one here is, where's my IRS reimbursement?
Ooh.
Oof. Donde
está la biblioteca?
Yeah, that's not on here.
Ooh, did you guys watch 13 Reasons Why this year?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Did.
I liked that show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of controversy around that.
There was a lot of controversy.
But I also actually really liked it. It's very depressing, but also brings to light a lot of really important issues.
I think
agree.
I think all teenagers should watch it.
Is it bad that I watched all the shows on this list except for Iron Fist? I don't know what that is.
Iron Fist is a Marvel series that I am currently watching right now, and it is delightful.
Did you Google it? Because it's number 4.
Yeah, I actually Googled it 4.3 million times on repeat because I'm still trying to figure out what's going on.
That's fantastic.
If I Google myself enough, do you think I'll show up on this list?
Are any of our Googles from our Google What's on here?
Yeah, what's the top podcast? Let's Google
That's
that.
not on here. But the top
It's not
song
us.
Googled was Despacito. So I accept.
Yeah, that was really the song of this year, whether we like it or not, wasn't it?
I'm
Yeah.
fine with it. It's fantastic. All right.
J Beebs has legs.
What was your Google?
He is a human being.
What was your Google? Anybody's Google.
All right, I usually end, so I'll start this week. So the first thing I Googled was, is Patagonia owned by Gucci? Because I learned the phrase for the first time, Patagucci, which I was unaware of.
Also unaware.
That's not a real thing, is it?
What's not a
Fact
real?
check.
What's that?
I'm asking for a fact.
Oh no, Patagucci is not a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
and it is not owned. Patagonia is not owned by Gucci.
That makes sense. But yeah, I was just making sure Patagucci wasn't a thing because then I don't want to do
I think
it
it's like an
next year.
off-brand, so someone did it as a joke, but I think they got 86 pretty quick.
Yeah.
Oh, someone made Patagucci like
and
clothes?
it was a cease and desist pretty quick. For
I
that.
can buy it right now.
Patagucci
just
is
like-
still on there.
Yeah.
Is it just like really high-end athleisure?
It's just knockoff Patagonia that just says Patagucci.
Oh, that's lame.
They tried.
Excuse me. Yeah. So not. Thank you, PJ. Patagonia is not owned by Gucci. And the other thing that happened to me this week. So on Christmas, I received an email from somebody that was titled "Miss You," and it was addressed to jakefur@gmail.com.
Earmuffs,
and
Kate.
Jake Fur with an extra R @gmail.com. And it basically said, "Hi, sweetheart. Hope all's well. Do you know when you'll be visiting? I love you so much, more than you know. I'm very proud to call you my son.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. I wish you the merriest Christmases. My son, you are loved and missed." So, of course, I had to do recon to figure out who the heck was emailing me.
Yeah.
And I eventually found out that it is Jake Ferriera's mom. So, shout out to Jake Ferriera. And please go see your mom. Like,
Well, did you email her back?
I sure did.
Oh,
and I
okay.
responded, Hi, Mom. I think you sent this to the wrong Jake. I hope you see your son soon. Family time is important. Merry Christmas. Not your son, Jake.
Not your son.
But
Did she respond?
No, she did not. But the moral of the story is this dude, Jake Ferriera, stole my Snapchat handle. Because all my internet things were Jake Fur. I've since switched to my full name since I'm becoming a public figure slowly but surely.
You're famous.
So I use my full name now. But yeah, Jake Fur stole my Snapchat handle, and I had to use my old screen name.
You could have demanded a ransom from this man's mother.
About to. I was like, dude, I'll make you see your son if he hands over that Snapchat handle.
That's the thing. Like when you started telling that story, I was like, oh man, this is like another like prince who's asking for like, I'm gonna send you $1 million or whatever if you like send me like your bank account information
Nigerian
or something.
prince.
Yeah, Nigerian. So I thought like, I thought she was gonna be like, you're my son. And like we're gonna reconnect, but I need your help and like all this other stuff. I was like, no, don't reply to the email. But it just seems like she actually maybe found her son.
Yeah.
I heard on the radio the other day a similar story where this girl got a text message from like a number she didn't know, and she was like, "Sorry, like you have the wrong number" or something like that. And it turned out that the person texting her was Sarah Michelle Gellar of Buffy the Vampire, and she invited her to her wedding, and she and Freddie Prinze Jr. showed up.
That's amazing.
And now they're friends.
That's so
She was on the radio telling her story. There's like photos of it. Yeah.
That's incredible.
I don't know how that happens. Some people just have all the luck.
So jealous.
Have you guys ever tried to text your phone number, neighbor?
What?
Oh well, okay. So my old,
Do you guys know what that is?
yeah. So my old,
Like,
it's
your last- you
it's
changed
like
the last
digit off,
number?
right?
Yeah, so it's like my last 4 digits are 9142, so it'd be texting 9143 and 9141.
No.
So my old phone number ended in 1125.
Never neighbor.
And the like garage, like car repair shop down the road was 1124 or 1126. So I always got calls about like, hey, just calling to see if my car's like ready to be picked up.
Oh, that's so annoying.
And it happened all the time. So I'm so glad I have a new number now. But they were my number.
Phone number, neighbor.
Yeah, and then like I think one and then on the other side, I got a call one time, and they were really mad. I was like, look, I'm not who you. I'm not that person.
Don't be mad at me.
But then they got really pissed because they thought they like that the person had given them the wrong number. I was like, no. You just need to redial,
Oh my God.
and you can yell at them. Don't worry.
Okay.
Steven, what'd you Google?
So I recently moved into a new apartment, and so like looking at the furniture and how it's gonna be set up, and I realized I need a lamp over the kitchen table because there isn't one that like hangs from the ceiling. And so I was trying to look up like those cool, stylish lamps that have like the really big arch that like kind of bring the thing over. So I didn't know what they were called, so I literally just typed in
LED stretch lamp.
arc floor lamp is what I typed in. So
Nice.
close. And the actual lamp is called the Arco floor lamp, and it was designed by Achille Castiglione in 1962, and it's one of the most iconic lamps in the history of Italian modern lighting design.
Sorry, did you buy one?
Not yet, because the actual lamp, like if you want like a legit like lamp like version of it, it's like $2,000.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
see ya.
So I'm looking in the $100 to $200 range of
Yeah.
like the lookalikes.
Yeah, the $2,000 lamp. I mean, does it freaking read for me? That better be like the Google Home of lamps.
They have a lot of options in the cheaper range, but so I went down a little shopping rabbit hole trying to find a good priced one. And then I'm gonna put a Hue light in it because we recently got turned on to the Hue lights from my brother, and I am sold. It's just
What's
so
a Hue
much
light?
fun. The Hue light is the Philips Hue lights, and you put them in, you replace your bulbs with them, and then you can control the light from your phone and change the color. Right now, I have it set up to do. I actually had it set up with if this then that to do every time the International Space Station flies over DC, it turns on all the lamps and makes them purple.
Oh my God.
Except the last time it came over DC was like 5:15 in the morning, and Beth woke up and was just like, "Yeah, we're not getting that on."
We're being abducted.
Oh my God.
And then I have it when the Washington Capitals play. I have the TV, so we have a strip light behind the TV, and that comes on when the game starts, and then it flashes when they score.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm like obsessed with lighting this past week.
I'm about to be obsessed with that too.
Somebody gave that in a Secret Santa or like a white elephant gift exchange. The
What?
heat lamp.
Like one of the start
And
lamp-
People
like-
didn't know it. I didn't know what it was. No one knew what it was except for one guy.
Was it like a starter kit though? Like 3 bulbs?
It was
and
just one bulb.
Oh, you need the starter
But
pack.
he had bulbs.
Oh,
so,
he's trying to
yeah.
get that bulb.
Yeah, so yes.
He
So
probably downsold the whole thing. Oh, this
well,
piece
no,
of shit.
But there were like 25 of us, and so it got to the end, and someone stole from him, and he was like, "I know exactly what I want." And, like, beelined it for this light bulb, and we were like, "What is happening?"
That
But
man
he
knew what he
something
was
we didn't
doing.
know.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
That's
they're
what-
not very. Wait, how much are they?
You can get a starter pack for like I think it's like $100. It comes with
two?
three bulbs,
Oof.
and
These last forever, right?
they last a really long time. So the LED, and plus like the fact that you can like turn them up and down, like you don't have to have it on max power, like the max brightness, or they'll last long enough until I've forgotten that I've already paid. Like I paid that one.
Gotcha. And that's as long as they need to last. Joey, what'd you Google?
I Googled, is it cool to wear your own podcast t-shirt to your podcast? No, I'm kidding. I Googled cold remedies. Yeah. Because you might have noticed I have a little nasally cold. I had got a cold this past week. And even though I have a background in healthcare, I still am like, how do I get rid of this damn
Are
thing?
you a doctor?
I was a nurse.
I don't know what that was, but I loved it.
But what are some home remedies that you guys use when you're sick?
Dude, I'm all about the neti pot.
Ooh, good one.
And I was just turned on to the neti pot, but there is nothing more satisfying
Than watching your
than dumping some lukewarm water mixed with chemicals into one nostril and then just watching just like Slimer slowly creep out the other one.
Stop.
That is-
so satisfying.
That is
Oh,
not
dude.
for me.
No, you've never potted?
I've tried.
Dude, you gotta
it.
pop, bro.
I've tried it, and not
Don't
for
sleep
me.
on the
Freaks
net.
me out too. I don't really like
Don't
it.
I just-
sleep on it.
If I'm really congested, it's more of like eat something super spicy because that'll like loosen everything up. This is so weird to
Have you
talk
ever
about.
tried
like,
Tabasco
congestion.
in your eyes?
No, you should never do
It
that.
works.
You should really never do that.
Disclaimer.
Get
Don't
out
know.
of here.
It hurts a lot, but it works.
But I like doing like a hot washcloth on the face for a little while. Just kind of get that.
Oh.
Never done that.
That's a classic.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm like a big heating pad person. Like no matter how sick I am or what sickness, must have heating pad. It's so serious that I got a heated mattress pad. So
Oh,
my whole
dude.
bed can be heated, and there's nothing better when you're sick.
Have you guys seen the new heating pads that are out to help you?
Nope.
Yes, because I'm looking at heating
no,
pads every
seriously.
day.
It's called a poop toga. And
What?
it helps loosen your bowels.
Is this what?
To be used
How-
in combination with the
how does one
squatty
use
potty.
the poop toga?
Okay, hold on. There's poop toga is not a thing, but there is there is a thing as
Yeah, but Donder is.
Oh
there
my
is a
God.
thing about poop yoga though.
Oh no, yeah,
Oh, all
7
yoga is
yoga
poop yoga.
poses to help you poop. That is an article on the internet.
yeah, but it's hot yoga, so that's what the toga comes in.
Oh my God.
Wait, so Joey,
oh my
what
God,
would you
oh my
use?
Oh my god! If there's not a company that sells
Hot yoga poop togas?
no, if togas for hot yoga, like if there's not a company that's making like a
yoga
You
togas.
don't want to wear a
No.
yoga toga when it's
no,
hot.
not an
Division
actual
of West 11th
not
Media.
the toga, just like a toga design yoga outfit,
Get out of here. That's not a good idea.
like Lululemon.
Let it die. Joey, what was your remedy at the end?
He's
You know-
still sick.
Yeah, it didn't work.
I used a humidifier. No, I feel a lot better today.
Dude, vitamin C, man.
No, vitamin C.
You
like,
need a Jackie tea.
Swear by vitamin C.
it's doesn't have a lot of backup with science.
Doesn't
you know?
matter. You know what it has?
Go home and make
Placebo effect.
go home and make this tea, and you'll live forever. It's hot water, orange, honey, sometimes lemon, and bourbon.
You
Don't forget cardamom.
I was about to say like that's the classic Jackie T, and then she threw the
Yeah.
bourbon in there. I was like,
Add the
well,
bourbon.
maybe she is
Clear
doing
you
that
right
at work.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, just get blackout drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sleep it off.
Then
Yeah,
you'll forget.
and put a hot washcloth on my face.
But
Nutty pot.
maybe not before you get
toga.
blackout drunk.
You're good to go.
All right. I Googled none of those things. But have you guys started playing HQ trivia on your phone?
No.
It's been played.
It's been Jake's looking at me like
you
I'm
mean
crazy.
that one that came out like a year ago.
I don't care when it came out. Do you play it?
No.
Yeah, so then do not judge me.
Do you
It's
play
awesome.
No,
daily?
I do not.
It's awesome. It's trivia every day at 3 and 9 o'clock. You can win thousands of dollars if you can answer 12 questions. I can only answer 6, and then I feel really dumb.
I think the farthest we've ever gotten is 6 as well.
Yeah.
We did it with the
wanna do
my
this.
future
Yeah,
in-laws.
now you're not making fun of me. Yes, we played over Christmas, like with my family.
Yeah.
We turned the radio down. We're like blaring. The thing is that the guy who does it is so annoying. He just talks and talks. So I just like kind of mute him until the questions come up. But the first question, when I played a couple days ago, was where did the word podcast come from? And I didn't know. So the answer, it's a combination of the word iPod and broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I dumb? Like I had no idea, and I'm
It's
like,
a pretty good portmanteau.
So I had to Google it because I didn't believe that it was true. Because I mean, nobody uses iPods anymore.
Well, when was the first podcast? Was it Joe Rogan?
No.
The first podcast.
Adam Curry
It's when
from
Jesus
MTV.
traveled across.
Did you
the
get?
land,
Did
so-
you did you like get lucky and answer it correctly? Or were you guys out first question?
Yes. We no, we got it because we were like, okay, iPod, or maybe we didn't get it. I remember my mom yelling, but I can't remember if she was yelling because we got it right or got it wrong.
It's funny that you mentioned the HQ game because I just read an article today about HQ and how people are trying to, some like developers and like analysts are trying to help HQ just out of the
They need
kindness of their hearts to teach them, to tell them about how you could cheat the game. So some people have set up like these scripts that like read the screen and then do audit like Google search like as the words come up and automatically Google searches. So stuff like that.
People just ruin everything.
I know.
It's so fun.
Well,
and
because there's
you
so
only
much
get 10
money in
seconds.
it now. Yeah.
And there's like hundreds of thousands. Like there over Christmas, there were like 700,000 people playing.
Yeah, it was
and it's all live. And I don't know. It's cool. I had fun playing it.
I do think it's cool
I'm into
because
it. I'm
it's
gonna try it.
it's one of the only things left now where it's not something you do on demand. Like it's you show up when the game starts and you play it live and then it's over.
No, that's so true. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, a little bit more structure in our lives.
And
It's
I
what we
I
all
can't think of
need.
anything else that like I'm like
Via
I
the
have to show up
HQ
this
trivia
time.
game.
I don't know. We'll see how long it lasts.
Anyway.
I haven't seen anyone else come up with like a copy thing yet. So
Well, we will see where that goes. I think that's all we have time for today. So everybody from New Pod Who Dis to you, we will see everybody in 2018.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Peace.